guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to 2022. I think I have shared a video. I have posted a video, but it was a lot of lost files from last year. Adjusting, settling in, which I think I've now done. I've gotten into a routine, work, home, that balance. Not the most perfect of balances. Today they're empty, there are dirty dishes in the sink and but I'm here shooting a video and it's what, 8:48 in the morning. Because I like to call myself a structured creative. So you know the way creatives minds out, you call like flexible in terms of like when you're operational. For me, it's a bit different. I like to have structure. So I wake up at 8. I wake up earlier and then my day starts at 8. My work day starts at 8 all the way to like 4-5. So that's what I mean when I say structured creative. But I feel like it's a routine. I'm happy, I'm content. I feel like now the next step is to figure out complete deco for the house. What I still haven't figured out is the all-important question that really marks true adulting. What are we going to have for dinner? At least I only have to worry about that when it's my day to cook. I'm excited for the new year and I just wanted to come on here for a quick 10 minutes or so and just share with you guys about where my mind is at. Maybe we could feed off each other and that energy, because I feel like I'm in a very, very positive place. Slightly review 2021 and what it looked like, and then what that means going into 2022 for me. Even before we begin talking about 2021 and how that has informed 2022, I think a biggest pillar for me in 2021, the previous year, were all the lessons that all the classes and lessons that I was able to take on Skillshare, who have also graciously sponsored today's video. Now, last year, I began speaking about Skillshare from around January, and those guys have been so instrumental in my life in the acquiring new skills, because I'm always looking to up my knowledge, and I think I'll talk more about how I want to build more of myself in 2022 as the video progresses. Those guys really came through. I think some of my favorite classes were, of course, how to take pictures on your iPhone, and I think even the lifestyle and productivity classes that I was able to take on their business classes. I think when I think about business, immediately I have to bring it up so that I don't forget. My favorite class was Introduction to Retention Marketing, how to maximize your repeat customers. I think in a business, you're always obsessed with getting new clients. Sometimes you forget about, sometimes I found myself forgetting about the repeat customers. So I think this class really came in handy. It's by Alex. I might actually butcher that name. Alex McEachin. I don't know. I might actually, but I'll put a screen grab as usual for you guys to see the class. And the class, by the way, is so short. I think you can finish it in less than an hour. The class is a really quick 1 minute. I think the longest here that I can see is 4 minutes 43 seconds. The classes are really short, and they're a total of around 7. So it's a class you can do in less than an hour. Quick on time saving, and I think this one really changed how I view my customers and the customer experience. And so I can't overemphasize how important Skillshare has been to me, and even looking into the new year, because as I said, we'll touch more on that as the video progresses on building. Forgive me, neighbor's dog. But yeah, I think Skillshare will still be a very monumental part of my 2022. As usual, I will leave a link in the description box. The first 1,000 people will get to enjoy these classes. I know you've reached out, tons of you who these classes and Skillshare has been very instrumental to. Thank you. I really enjoy plugging you guys. So kama imekusaidia, that's my joy. I will leave a link in the description box. For the first 1,000 people to click the link will get to enjoy the free trial membership. I think 2021 for me was a lot of transitions in my personal life, being able to shift from one mindset to another that's now guiding me moving forward, shedding off beliefs or practices, and that's on a personal level, beliefs or practices that you've held about yourself, about how you view the world, about how you view love and marriage, about how you view work. Just having to let go of those beliefs, some of the beliefs, not all of them, but some of the beliefs that I've held near and dear that were no longer serving me, and then having now to move into new beliefs and learning. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Also business wise, because I added another arm of business, one of the biggest transitions, moving in with Ben, getting married, and now just getting into that and managing that transition so that I don't kind of, what is it called? I don't shrink, or I don't I'm not overwhelmed by all those transitions, because last year was heavy, because you move from starting a business we're trying to figure how that even looks like, what that means, and then you're so green in that area, and then you move on this other side, you've just started planning a wedding, you're planning all the traditional ceremonies, you're trying to understand what that whole entire process means for you, for your new life. Because I remember even thinking sometime during the wedding, I was just sitting and looking, because the wedding was overlooking a lake. I was sitting there looking like, what am I doing? What does this even mean? Why are all these people here? And I remember thinking, this is just so wild. And then in just a flip second, I'm like, okay, have to switch back. And it's so interesting, because at my bridal shower, my mom was like, Joanne is not the best person who handles transitions very well. She takes a bit of time to warm up, to change, but eventually she does. And I feel like that articulated who I am, who I don't want to be that person forever, but I think 2021 really forced me to face change head on and actually just live with change. And I dealt with a lot of uncertainty. So I remember when I was going for my therapy sessions and all that seeking professional help, I remember going for those sessions and I'm like, you know what, I am so excited at the idea of getting, I think my exact words were, I know how to be a wife to Ben, and I'm excited to be a wife to Ben. I'm just not excited to be I just don't know what the entire term of wife looks like in totality. And so being able to change that mindset, to stop thinking about the general term wife and think of partner, because I prefer using that word. And so to be able to move away from thinking about what everyone's expectations are and trying to meet everyone's expectations of what a partner or a wife should look like, and then now just bring my mind to your focus should only be, are you being the best partner to Ben? Because everyone else is just noise. So being able to make that shift and transition has been quite the interesting one. And then when we finally got in and we settled in, I was like, what was I so unsure of? It's still so uncertain. You still don't know what the future looks like. I think a routine has really, really helped. So you know what time to wake up, you know how to distribute workload in the house. And Ben is an incredible partner in that sense, in that there are no particular roles that he can't do or I have to do. And I think that has helped somebody just ease into it. But yeah, I don't know if I should share this, but I will all the same. If I don't share it, I won't put it in. If I'm editing and I realize it too much, I won't put it in. But I remember thinking I wanted a 2022 wedding, like so January, February, and I had a ton of excuses for it. Nearly quite things, December, everyone does their weddings towards the end of the year, so supplies are super expensive. Maybe we should just chill. Honeymoon will be super expensive. Maybe we should just chill, wait for January, February when there's not so much going on, and then we can do it. And then we can do it around this period. So if you would have asked me beginning of last year, my wedding would have been this year, around this time that we are having this conversation. But after talking with Ben, and then after seeking also therapy to understand why it was so difficult for me to commit to a date, and why I kept on pushing it forward, we realized it's because I am so scared of what the future looks like. I would rather not move. At some point I even remember thinking, why am I so scared? Because I don't have an issue with the groom. If there is anything I'm absolutely sure of, is the groom. But everything else, it just seems so jumbled and mumbled in my mind. I would rather not move because I can't picture it really well, and doing this will have to push me out of my comfort zone. I would rather not move. Let me just stay here where I know things are certain. I know if I move like this, I'll get this. I know if I do this, I'll do this. And that's why I was like, let's just keep on pushing this as far forward as I can so that I don't have to move. so that I don't have to break the system and the ecological system that I have gotten into and in the rhythm of life. But the kind of holding back that does, and it's not even in terms of my personal life, even in business, the kind of just that constant fear of uncertainty and the constant fear of the future and fear of failure, because underlying I came to find out that it's just a fear of failure. You're postponing failure. Okay, so that's what procrastination does, because in a sense it was procrastination. I just want to reduce the risk of failure by postponing all these things that I had to do. And then so I found myself in a situation where I had to face my fears and those fears of failure direct and face them head on. And I think that also taught me something about myself, that I can actually do things even though I'm afraid. And I think that was a beautiful realization for me, because now it informs my 2022. Because even though if you keep on, and I remember I read this in the book Tiny Atomic Habits, I even have it here. It was saying that the more you prove things to yourself that you can actually do them, the more you believe in yourself more. So the fact that I faced my fear of the future and I went on ahead with it, the fact that I faced my fear of failure when it came to Maua and went ahead with it, I think in a sense, that, you know what, I can actually do this regardless of the fact that I'm afraid. So it kind of just, this year, I just want to do it all afraid. And even thinking about 2022, I was thinking about my word for the year, because kila mtu anakuanga na word for the year. And I think for me, what came up, and I'd want to hear your word of the year in the comment section, was a lot of building traditions and cultures in my family, in my newfound family, building businesses, existing ones and new ones, possibly, building my personal life and all those, building on knowledge that I already have, acquiring new knowledge. So I think when I was thinking about 2022 and reflecting on what I want for the year and how my year looks like, I think I just want to enter into a space where I'm building a lot. And that's going to be very, very exciting, because in retrospect, if I hadn't dealt or unpacked all that fear of the future and fear of failure and uncertainty, I don't think I would be able to build with as much enthusiasm as I have right now, or as much excitement, because I honestly cannot tell you for a fact that I'll succeed. I'm only hoping and praying that in everything that I choose to build, it will be a success, but I can't guarantee that. And the choice and the decision to do it, to continue building my personal life, to continue building my businesses, to continue new and old, to continue building on my family, I think all those are just decisions that I have made because I was able to work on my fear of failure and fear of uncertainty last year, which is pretty exciting for me. I think with that, I want to end this video. I wanted to make it short and sweet, give you guys some encouragement to start the year. I hope it spoke to someone. It's quite different from the kind of content that I do. Fingers crossed you guys like it. Fingers crossed you picked something or two from it, and you can apply it to the new year. I wish you the bestest new year you can ever have. I pray that you're able, and I hope for you that you're able to deal with your fear of the future. I hope you're able to deal with the fear of uncertainty, if you're like me, fear of failure. I hope you're able to work on your systems and not necessarily your goals, because if you figure out your systems, your goals will just come to you automatically. Please subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much for all the love. I love you guys more than you'll ever know. Bye.